Hi, my name is Mikey Sorbello. I'm here with Mark Richardson of Skunk and Anansie, and we are here in the Hard Rock Cafe vault of all vaults. There is Keith Richards' guitar and Mark Richardson. He just lives down here now. So, Mark, welcome.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm fantastic.
Good.
You know, I'm
good,
just getting by, doing my thing. So we're going to ask you a few questions.
Sure.
It's, you know, about life and drumming life. So first up, let's keep it real nerdy.
Yeah.
Let's go. What's your favourite Zildjian cymbal and why?
Going straight in.
Straight in. I'm going straight in
for the money
shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Okay. It's got to be the K. I thought about this long and hard, and I couldn't choose between the Ks and the Caropes, I have to say, because for what I do, well, the difference between Skunk and Anansie, which is obviously really heavy, and then Amy McDonald, who I played with a couple of years ago, which was very sort of soft and in places quite gentle, are two very different things. So, I mean, the Ks would have done it all, but the Caropes were just that little bit better for the softer stuff, and they're just
what a thing!
What a nerd fest!
Oh,
I mean,
I got so
just
excited
amazing
when they came out.
Yeah. I couldn't actually quite believe it. I think I heard Ash playing them first, Ash Zone playing them first, and I just couldn't believe where they sat in the mix, in the frequencies of everything. They're not in the way of. They have their own place, and they're beautifully clear because. I don't know how they've done it, but they've done an amazing job. They'd sit
voodoo
in between.
Zildjian voodoo.
Something to do with Keith Moon's shirt.
That's what
over
happens
there.
in the Zildjian vaults.
It's
the voodoo vaults.
They sit between the guitars and the vocals. And they don't get in the way of either of them.
100%.
They're just unbelievable. And the Ks for me, when I'm playing the heavier stuff, do a very similar thing. And they just have that lovely whoosh rather than like the really sizzly top end stuff that I used to play, which I thought at the time were great. As I've got older, my taste has changed. And
like a fine wine.
I'm maturing finally.
You are like a fine wine, or a cheese.
A cheese is probably more accurate, actually.
A little bit more French, a little bit more, delicious.
A little bit more Cumberland.
And when did you decide to change?
That's sausages, isn't
it? What was the point in your life because you're ferocious. You were like an animal, but like an unstoppable one. When did you have that moment where you were like, oh, this feels really good?
To play heavier? I think it was when I recorded Stush with Skunk. No, it would have been before that. It would have been the last Little Angels record, Jam. And I just found that because I was sort of a medium, I would say medium velocity player before that. I mean, with these sort of arms,
battens.
I play
battens
a certain velocity anyway. There's nothing I can do about that. You know, it's very hard for me to play soft. Actually, it's much more difficult for me to lay back rather than play harder. It's easy, but I noticed that when I just gave it a little bit more, the sound in the control room was that much
it just popped
nicer.
So it was a studio thing.
It was a studio thing and a live thing, and I took that to live, and then obviously after a point that works much better live. And then sound guys and band and live recordings were always really great sounding, the drums, and that's because you know I was giving it a bit of welly.
It all.
I'm not advocating that. It worked. It worked for me.
Okay, less serious. Sushi or fish and chips?
Unless if I'm in Whitby, my hometown, then it's fish and chips.
I've been there, yes.
Okay. There's a couple of fish and chip shops there that are, you know, they will give anywhere in the world a run for their money. So I always have fish and chips when I go home, but sushi otherwise.
Well, Mark, it's been an absolute pleasure, mate. I hope you enjoy the day, and we'll see you very soon.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Good to see you, mate.
Likewise.
Cheers.